Salesforce Guru channel. My name is Srinivas. Today we are going to discuss cloud computing. So if you see in IT, we have some of the demanding technologies like cloud, mobile applications, data science. So today we are going to talk about cloud computing in 2022. So today our agenda is what is cloud computing, what types of cloud computing, advantages of cloud computing, and is it to have a career good in cloud computing. These are the topics we are going to discuss today. First thing, what is cloud computing? As per the definition, cloud computing is on-demand delivery of resources such as a computing power, a database, or any resource. So I will give some brief introduction about this one. Cloud computing is nothing but, for example, if you want to one Linux machine or a Windows machine, so instead of you are procuring it, you can able to do by using the cloud computing. So you are able to you can able to use the Windows machine or a Linux machine based on per second billing or per minute billing. If you see Amazon cloud computing, if you want to provision Linux machine, you can able to provision per second billing. That means if you are using for 10 seconds, so you are going to pay for that 10 seconds only. So what is the advantage of this one? So upfront cost, you can able to avoid the upfront cost. For example, if you are running a small startup, so you need to have some servers, right? For example, I have one idea. I want to plan to develop a small mobile application like a Zomato. You can take example of Zomato or Flipkart, anything. So I don't know whether my business is going to sustain or not, because my company is a startup. So I want to build a mobile application. So in order to build a mobile application, so you are going to develop mobile application for backend communication. We are going to communicate through the services, web services. So I need to host these web services in somewhere. So that is a server. So these servers, I don't know how much load I am going to get. So for example, I want to maintain my own servers. So I need to do lot of work. Like I need to keep multiple CPUs, and I need to do networking connections, and I need to make sure that always my servers are up and running. So these all are this is not what I want to do, right? My idea is to develop the mobile application. I want to focus on that, and I want to focus on my business, not infrastructure. So this is where the cloud is very good. So instead of doing all these things, I can create a log account in the AWS. I can able to create my own server. If suppose my requests are increasing, I can do auto scaling. So that means the automatically it will able to handle that one without any crash. So these kind of things. Otherwise, if you want to database, so usually if you want to maintain your own database, you need a DBA guy who has to do upgradations, who will do patches and all these things. So instead of that one, if I use AWS or Microsoft Azure or Google GCP, so I don't need to bother about this one. This is where cloud computing is having edge, and many people are nowadays migrating from in-house premises to cloud computing. So what is advantages of cloud computing? Cost. So for example, as I told, I started the startup. So suppose my company not work well, so I need to, if I purchase all these servers and all, I need to sell it, right? So here in this cloud scenario, I no need to do anything. If I have a business, I am going to make it up and running. If I am not doing well, I can shut down. So I will pay whatever the cost. Speed. The resources can be accessed in minutes, typically in few clicks. The speed means here, for example, if I maintain my own servers, so in India, so some customers are from US, some customers I have from Europe, so they have to access from my India servers. So usually there will be some delay. If you come to cloud computing, so the cloud, AWS, Google GCP, Microsoft Azure, what they are going to do, they are going to maintain servers. So whenever the request came from Europe, it will redirect to Europe servers. If it request came from US, they are going to look into US servers. So if request came from India, the India server I am going to do. So this kind of things, what it will do, it will increase the speed. scalability. So in cloud we have concept called scaling. So automatic scaling, what you can do, the same configuration, if you configure auto scaling, so if more request came without any crashing, it going to scale based on the request. But if you maintain your own servers, obviously if more request came, if the server is not able to handle those requests, your server going to crash. And productivity. So here the main advantage of cloud is always your server is up and running, so user will get a better experience, so your productivity also very good. Reliability means in business the data, usually what we will do, we will going to take the backups. So backups, what the DBA guys has to take the backup and all. But in cloud computing, so if you can schedule like every 5 days I want to take the my data backup, so without any manual, the automatically you are going to take the backup. And recovery, suppose if I'm maintaining my own database, suppose due to some reason my database got crashed, so and my complete business data is going to lose, right? For in this case, in cloud computing, the recovery is very easy because they are going to store this same data backups in multiple copies. So even though your data is somehow it lost, you can able to take from the backups. Security, usually if you maintain your own infrastructure, you have to do so many security, there are so many security threats, you have to hire cyber security professionals. But if you use the AWS or any cloud computing model, so they are going to take care of the security. So these are the advantages why people are looking into cloud computing. So when it comes to models, so what are the different models available? So usually the cloud computing has 3 levels, like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So that means you can service, so infrastructure like computer hardware, database, storage space, so these you can expose as a service. So in this area you have some of the major players like AWS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google GCP. So when it comes to PaaS, platform as service, so for example, if you want to develop a Java application, usually if you want to develop any Java application, what you have to do, you have to install the Java, and after that you are going to install some required software, then you are going to write your program, right? But if you see some of the online IDs, you can directly write your code and you can in the browser itself, and you can able to compile, right? So this is what platform as service. So you can able to directly you can work on that one. That the best example for this one is Heroku. Heroku is a platform which come under the platform as service. So another one is SaaS. So SaaS means software as service. The best example for this one is Gmail. So what you will do, you just log into the browser, go to the Gmail and just use it. So this is a software. So you can provide software as also as a service. So here the major thing we have to talk about is Salesforce here. The Salesforce is a come under SaaS, but this Salesforce built on AWS, Amazon Web Services. So this is what are the different models available. So, and if you want to establish your career in cloud computing, you have these 3 different. You can either go to infrastructure as service like AWS or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud. So if you want to establish your career in SaaS, you can go for the Salesforce or Sugar CRM. There are many. So if you want to build your career, what you have to do? So if you want to you want to build your career in AWS, it's better to do certification in AWS. So what will happen if you do the certification? It will increase your salary. As per the reports, 80% of the people say higher salary was direct result of cloud certification. It might be Salesforce, it might be AWS, it might be Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. So if you do a certification in that respective field, you have better chances of salary hike. So 52% says cloud certification expand their career opportunity. So if you are certified cloud professional, obviously you have an edge compared to other people. And average salary also, when compared to other professionals, the cloud professionals getting more salary. So this is about the cloud computing. Thank you guys. Thank you.